Japan has long been admired for its technological prowess, cultural depth, and economic success. The nation has established itself as a global powerhouse in industries ranging from automobiles to electronics, while also being home to a rich cultural history that spans millennia. But beneath its polished image of technological innovation and stability, Japan is grappling with profound economic challenges that are not immediately visible. Despite being the third largest economy in the world, Japan faces serious economic struggles that are reshaping the lives of its citizens and having far-reaching effects on the global economic landscape. This video aims to unpack the complex and hidden economic issues that Japan is facing today. We'll take a deep dive into these problems to understand how they came to be, why they matter, and what the implications are, not just for Japan, but for the entire world. From an aging population and labor shortages to rising debt and stagnation in wages, Japan's economic woes are a reflection of challenges that many developed nations are beginning to confront. Understanding these issues will provide us with insights into how global economies might cope with similar pressures as the world continues to change. By shedding light on Japan's economic struggles, we hope to spark a broader conversation about the interconnectedness of global economies and the lessons we can draw from Japan's experience. To fully grasp the depth of Japan's current economic struggles, it's essential to first understand the historical backdrop of its economic development. Japan's journey from the aftermath of World War II to becoming an economic powerhouse in the 20th century is nothing short of remarkable. The period following the war is often referred to as the Japanese economic miracle, a time of rapid industrialization, technological innovation, and export-driven growth that transformed Japan into the second-largest economy in the world by the 1980s. Japan's government played a pivotal role in this transformation, making heavy investments in infrastructure, education, and research and development. Companies like Toyota, Sony, and Honda became household names, and Japan's export-led model drove unprecedented economic growth. The country's emphasis on manufacturing, quality control, and innovation placed it at the forefront of the global economy. However, Japan's success story was abruptly interrupted by the bursting of the asset price bubble in the early 1990s. The bubble was fueled by excessive speculation in real estate and stocks, leading to an economic crash that sent Japan into what became known as the Lost Decade. This period of stagnation was characterized by deflation, high levels of unemployment, and a sharp decline in consumer confidence, and its effects have lingered for decades. The structural flaws exposed during this time would become the seeds of many of the economic challenges Japan faces today. One of the most significant economic challenges Japan faces is its demographic shift. Japan is one of the fastest aging societies in the world, with a rapidly increasing percentage of its population over the age of 65. In fact, Japan's elderly population is projected to account for nearly 40% of the total population by 2060. This aging trend poses a grave challenge for Japan's labor market, social security systems, and overall economic vitality. The immediate economic impact of this demographic shift is most evident in Japan's shrinking workforce. As the working-age population continues to decline, fewer people are available to fill jobs, which leads to labor shortages in key sectors such as healthcare, manufacturing, and services. Industries are finding it increasingly difficult to recruit workers, and the existing workforce is often overburdened with increased workloads. This labor shortage is one of the main drivers of Japan's stagnating productivity growth, which in turn has contributed to the country's overall economic stagnation. The aging population also places an unsustainable burden on Japan's social safety net. With more people retiring and fewer young workers entering the labor force, the demographic decline is also reshaping consumer behavior. Older people tend to spend less, primarily on healthcare services and other essentials, rather than on discretionary items like cars or electronics. This shift in consumption patterns is affecting industries that depend on a younger, more active consumer base. Japan's businesses are now faced with the difficult task of reimagining their business models to cater to the needs of an older population. In response to these demographic challenges, Japan has been exploring various solutions. The government has implemented policies to encourage higher birth rates, such as improving parental leave, increasing access to childcare, and offering financial incentives for families. Additionally, Japan has turned to foreign workers to fill labor gaps, although this has been a contentious issue due to cultural and political considerations. Automation is also being pursued as a long-term solution, with industries investing heavily in robotics and AI to replace human labor in certain sectors. While these efforts are crucial, they are not enough to fully offset the long-term effects of Japan's demographic trends, which will continue to shape the nation's economic landscape for decades to come. Another major economic issue Japan faces is its staggering national debt, which exceeds 250% of GDP. This makes Japan one of the most heavily indebted nations in the world. The debt is largely a result of government spending aimed at stimulating growth during periods of economic stagnation, as well as the mounting costs of social services for an aging population. While Japan's debt is primarily held domestically by pension funds, banks, and insurance companies, this does not eliminate the risks it poses to the economy. The issue of debt is compounded by deflation, which has plagued Japan for more than 2 decades. Deflation occurs when prices fall, leading consumers to postpone spending in anticipation of even lower prices in the future. This creates a vicious cycle where low demand leads to lower wages, which in turn further reduces consumer spending, thus stifling economic growth. Deflation also discourages businesses from investing in new ventures, as there is little incentive to expand in a deflationary environment. The Bank of Japan has attempted to combat deflation through a range of aggressive monetary policies, including ultra-low interest rates and quantitative easing. As Japan confronts its demographic and fiscal challenges, it must also address deep-rooted issues in corporate governance and innovation. Many of Japan's corporations have been slow to adapt to global competition, often held back by rigid management structures, a reluctance to embrace change, and a preference for maintaining the status quo. The traditional model of lifetime employment and consensus-driven decision-making has created an environment where innovation has often taken a back seat. Japan's business culture places a premium on stability and incremental improvements rather than bold, risk-taking ventures. This approach worked well for much of the 20th century, but in today's fast-paced, globalized economy, it has left many Japanese firms struggling to keep up with more agile international competitors. However, there are examples of companies in Japan that have successfully navigated these challenges. This means embracing new technologies, rethinking business models, and encouraging entrepreneurship. Japan's traditional corporations need to become more flexible and responsive to changes in global markets. Japan's economic struggles are not just a domestic issue, they have global ramifications. As the third largest economy in the world, Japan is a crucial player in international trade, investment, and supply chains. Japan's economic challenges have ripple effects across the global economy, influencing everything from international trade relations to the stability of financial markets. Any slowdown in Japan's economy can disrupt these supply chains, leading to shortages and price increases that affect industries worldwide. Additionally, Japan is a major investor in global financial markets, and a significant downturn in Japan's economy could create instability in global markets. The interconnectedness of the global economy means that Japan's struggles are felt far beyond its borders. Its impact on the global economy is profound, affecting everything from international trade to global financial stability. As a result, Japan's economic health is a key barometer for global economic trends. In conclusion, Japan's economic challenges are complex and multifaceted. These struggles not only affect Japan, but also have far-reaching implications for the global economy. The lessons Japan has learned in navigating its economic difficulties can provide valuable insights for other nations facing similar challenges. As we wrap up, we encourage you to reflect on how Japan's experience can inform global economic strategies in an increasingly interconnected world. Japan's efforts to address its demographic crisis, tackle its debt, and foster innovation offer critical lessons for other countries. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who might benefit from understanding Japan's economic struggles. Stay tuned for more in-depth videos exploring global economic issues, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.